Hello everybody, and welcome to the return of Starbound here tonight, where we look to kick it off with Black Horizon Pro. The return episode of Starbound Entertainment, and tonight is gonna be a good one, as the first match coming your way, it's gonna be none other than a television championship bout. And here comes the first competitor. Here comes a man that should be very, very recognizable, especially here in Starbound, and he looks to make a statement here in the first episode of Black Horizon Pro, as he is the Honored One! And Amir making his way to the ring slowly but surely, as he's ready to show the world tonight is his night. He looks to set the tone for the return of Starbound. He looks to show everyone what the standard should be. The golden standard, that is. The Honored One, ready to try and take the hold of that television championship tonight. Looking to have a stranglehold on it. Looking to show the world that this is the man you turn your TVs on and tune in to see. Amir is in the ring, full of confidence and no hesitation. And now he waits his opponent as the next competitor in this bout is a man you can't take lightly. A man who can pull out all sorts of things you will not expect. As making his way to the ring, here is and this man has a bullet with a man's name on it. The man who will powerbomb you to oblivion. The man who will fly all the way through the sky. The man who will split you in half. Alan Montoya, ready tonight as he looks to shut down the Honored One. To shove that enlightened fist right up his bloody ass and walk away with that television championship. But will he be the victor here in the first match of Starbound's return? We're about to find out as both men are in the ring. Both men are ready. As Black Horizon Pro looks to kick it off with an absolute bang here tonight. And there's a look at that beautiful red strap silver plated television championship on the line here tonight. One last look at the gold as the ref raises it high. Amir in his corner ready. Alan Montoya in his corner ready. And here we go now. Bell on the way, and both men just going face to face, staring down into each other as they know they have to bring out more than usual to try and keep that television championship. Big forearm after catching Alan. Alan ducks the kick. Punch doesn't connect. Bicycle knee gets out of the way. Alan goes for a right hand. Doesn't connect. Punch to the face. Chop to the chest. Punch and jaw. Turns around for a double knee back stabber. Crashing right down to that spine. Goes for the cover. Has a hand across the mouth. Making it harder to breathe for Montoya. But able to get that shoulder up before one nonetheless. And now a beautiful bicycle knee right across that chin. And now stomping at the leg, trying to wear it down, trying to lock it. And there's a second. Trying to make sure the big man can't use his feet, whether it's forward standing or for that agility Alan likes to show off. And beautiful moonsault! As we talk about agility, the enlightened one, the honored one, goes flying off the top with a majestical moonsault. And now the ref starts to count, but it doesn't matter, as now up to the top rope once again, Amir comes crashing down with a kick right to the face of Alan, and just showing out now. Alan getting dragged right back up to the feet, kick to the chest, kick to the midsection, and now set him up for a German. And now deadlifting power bomb, float over, bicycle knee right into that nose, trying to shut down one way of breathing, trying to make sure that Alan Montoya doesn't have the stamina for the rest of this bout. And Irish whip, I should say. Amir gets sent over the top though as Alan turns it around. And now overhead belly to belly, dead center of the ring. Dragging Amir right back up to the feet now. And slap gets caught. There's a forearm to the face from Amir. Kick gets caught. And beautiful trip now from Alan Montoya. And now dragging Amir back up to the feet. But there's a jawbreaker. And now super kick gets caught. Leg tied up. And backflip kick from Amir. And now ducked under a Pele kick. One to the chin, one to the top of the head. And now one to the spine. Amir just absolutely trying to shut down the momentum of Alan Montoya, who comes back with an enziguri now. And going over into the corner, but Amir recovers faster than expected. And a super kick right across that chinny chin chinchilla. And Amir just celebrated, having a little bit of fun. And now here's a couple of step kicks right to the face. Look like that rocked Alan. No, playing possum instead, inside cradle, shoulders are down, but no, able to quickly get that shoulder up. Trying to steal it, trying to take that television championship away before the match can even get into third gear. There's a double knee backstabber once again. And now we're going all the way up to the top. And Amir looks to make a drop with a splash crash down right into that midsection. Nothing's fancy, nothing spectacular, something effective. But there's a kick to the head from Alan, goes for a cycle, gets called punch in the jaw. And now there's that fancy, there's that show off, as now these two look to go shot for shot, blow for blow. Amir got in his face and Alan challenged him. Catch him on Alan's shots now as they continue to go back and forth, shot for shot, blow for blow. Trying to see which man has more in the gas tank. Trying to see which man has more will. Trying to see which man wants it more. Alan continuing to throw shots in as hard as he can. And catching Amir now. But Amir with a super kick to the midsection and a throat thrust. Again, you can see he's continuously targeting that midsection of Alan Montoya. Smart play from the Honored One. Trying to shut Alan down before he can get going. Get into his field. And now running into Alan. And now able to weave out the way of punch, but gets caught by the second one. Punch in the midsection, gets caught. Punch in the midsection from Amir. Kick to the chest, kick to the midsection, pulling him in. German! Right down on the back of his neck. Using his own body weight against him. And now, massive boot right across that face. Again, targeting that nose. And now look at a fly with a moonsault right down into the spine. Targeting the core of it all. If you got no spine, you can't do absolutely anything. And Amir knows that as he goes all the way up to the top. And now, lining up Montoya as he looks to come crashing down. But no, he's not able to reach with that double axe handle. Kick to the chest, instead using the momentum he gained from landing on his feet for a kick. And now going back and forth, shot for shot once again. Just challenging each other right now. Kick to the leg though. And now kick to the chest, followed by second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And now lining up his head for the roundhouse. Alan trying to recover, crawling all the way over and into the corner, getting up to his feet. Has his back turned to Amir, though not a good idea, as he's now getting set up, packaged up, and super kick right in the face. The Honored One all the way to the corner again now, lining up Montoya. Just absolutely taking control of this bout. And now lining him up. No! Referee line fist didn't get it! Alan Montoya now has a massive opportunity, setting him up. And one! Followed by the second. And welcome to Powerbomb City. Population, you into the cover, but no. Barely even a 1 count. Amir's had too much control in this match. Alan Montoya has not done nearly enough damage to even get a 2, but he might change that right now. No, Amir's able to scramble to his feet. And now rolling out the way, went for a leg kick, didn't connect. Punch to the face, knife edge shot, punch to the jaw, double knee backstabber again. And Amir continues to go for that double knee backstabber. It's been effective, it's been working, it hasn't been counted yet. That's the key word. But now he lines up and oh! Alan! He went for a leap and double foot stomp, but got caught with another massive powerbomb. And just like how Amir's been targeting that spine a little bit of Alan, the saying goes around with those power bombs. If Amir has no spine, he can't continue this offense. And if he don't get ahead, he can't think. As I think I just saw it go over into the 5th row with that massive lariat kick to the leg now. And setting him up. Arm trapped as we go up in the air. Amir able to scramble down to his feet again though and goes to that chop block. Targeting those legs again now. And Amir, it did fast into the cover. 1, 2, no! Alan Montoya able to survive the enlightened fist. And now Amir doesn't believe it. He thinks that this match should be over. Trying to make sure with the ref that it truly is done. But no! Dusty Inigo Driver! But able to get that shoulder up. Alan also not quite sure if that really should have been a kick out or not. But he went for a massive shot there. I believe going for Neptune's trident, but got caught. And now these two are going back and forth, shot for shot, blow for blow as they catch each other. Slap across the head, punch gets caught, kick right to the midsection. And now Amir lining him up, punch to the face gets caught, kick right to the midsection from Alan. And now slap, super kick. Able to knock the on-and-one down and now dragging him up. But no, there's a beautiful dragon screw taking that leg out of Montoya again. And now all the way over and into the corner and all the way up to the top. Looking to fly now as Montoya's in a bad spot. And now knee drop right to that throat. And Amir has been absolutely doing amazing tonight with targeting nearly every part of Montoya's body. The leg's been targeted, the stomach's been targeted, the spine's been targeted, that nose has been targeted once again. And now he's trying to figure out what to do next. Out onto the apron, possibly looking to fly one more time. Slingshot boots right to the rib cage. And now Montoya trying to shut him down. There's 1. There's 2. And there's only one way to describe this, which is a suplex symphony into the cover. There's a 2, but no! Amir continues to fight through it all. Meanwhile, Montoya is in the corner, possibly lining up for the beginning of the end. As there he is. No! Larry gets caught, spin kicked in the midsection. Running into Montoya though. And now punch to the face, shot to the chest, punch to the jaw, turns around. And again with that double knee backstabber. The spine's going to be starting to feel like a wet noodle in a second. And now lining up Alan one more time. Amir, the honored one in the corner, running right at him, but again just runs into him. And now a Pele right over the head. And now stomp out to the leg. Believe Amir might be just running at Montoya like that with the shoulder tackles. Try to catch him off guard. Try to fake him out. Nonetheless, right now, that is a massive running double foot stomp. Just turning Montoya inside out. And now as he recovers back up to his feet, the honored one comes in with an enlightened fist. Hooks the leg, shoulders down for the television championship. There's a 2, and that's the 3. Your opening match of Black Horizon Pro Wrestling comes to an end just like that. 2 enlightened fists one earlier in the bout, which would have rocked Allen a whole lot. But he just did not stop, and that knee to the throat might have also been a massive key part of this bout. But nonetheless, after it, Allen tried to keep fighting through, tried to stay in this match, decided to show Amir what a suplex symphony sounds like. But nonetheless, that wasn't enough to keep the match over. Instead, Amir kept going, kept throwing his body into all of it. One last and right and fist between our foot stomp, and now that led to that very count. As Amir is able to stand tall as your new television champion here tonight in your opening match of the return to Starbound. Amir acting almost as if he expected this result. Holding that silver-plated red-strap television title high. As that fist that he holds it with is what led him to victory. The other one standing tall here tonight above it all. But as he stands victorious, we have to get set up for your next match of the night, as we're going to head to a little bit of women's action. Amir celebrating as he heads backstage, and now here comes the first competitor to this match. As making her way to the ring, she is Lacey Myers looks to make sure that tonight is a night you not only remember as being a return to Starbound, but the night when Lacey Evans showed the world who she truly is. As she looks to make a statement in this bout, looking to make sure everyone remembers her name, that this woman is in contention to gold. But we're about to see how she fares as Lacey is in the ring, ready for tonight, ready for this bout, hopefully ready for the ghost that is about to come out. But as Lacey is prepared, ready to show off and show out, we're about to see her opponent. Lacey Myers ready, but so will this woman be. As next, making her way to the ring, looking to absolutely demolish, destroy, pile drive, and dominate, she is the ghost. Kira Madison, a woman prepared for war and expecting nothing less. The polar opposite of Lacey Myers. And she looks to show Lacey what true reckoning feels like, and to make sure that she never breaks up. But will Akira be able to get that in tonight? Or will she not be expecting the prowess of Myers to come? nonetheless, both these women entering the ring, ready to try use each other as proving grounds to everyone else that they are the women you should have your eye out for. As Lacey Myers in her corner ready, Akira Madison in her corner ready, not even waiting, went for a single leg drop kick, Bungo Call with a boot to the face, and now a springboard moonsault from Lacey Myers off that bottom rope. And now Lacey instantly going after the head and the chest of Akira now. Wrist clutch boots right to that upper chest. And now dragging Akira Madison right back up to the feet and now has to go set up, but no, able to get that leg sweep in there. And Akira Madison now has, half chicken wing face buster. Went for a stomp, didn't connect. Lacey went for another, both of them went for that goddamn kick that they hit in the beginning. Neither one connected, but there's a tiger suplex crash right down. And has Akira set up, and there's an enziguri right over the head. Now dragging Lacey all the way back up to the feet. Punch gets caught, kicked in the midsection from Lacey Myers. Slap, punch, chop gets blocked, punch in the jaw. And now punch gets caught, kicked in the midsection. Kick, forearm, chop, kick. Oh, and that's an up for a standard Spanish fly into the cover of the legs hook, but not even a one. Straight back up to the feet, both women forearm punch gets caught into a beautiful judo throw by Lacey Myers, and now setting Akira Madison up. Off the ropes she goes, and now went for a kick, didn't connect, rolls through into Geary right over the head. That rocked Lacey right there, and now kicked in the midsection from Lacey. Back recovery, went for a bicycle knee, didn't connect into the tie-up, and I set her up for a Hurricane Rana right down into the mat, and now trying to roll out the way, and all the way to the outside ring she goes. Some beautiful ring IQ on display from Lacey Myers as Akira just waits in the ring. Myers trying to tell Akira to bring it. Akira saying the same to Lacey. She gets into the ring, catches Akira, stomp right to the lower midsection. And now setting her up. And now wrist clutch. Float over. Deadlifting. Nagi. And now all the way up and up to the top rope, if I could speak bloody English. And Lacey Myers looks to fly. Holy damn! Went for a Phoenix splash, I believe, but Akira out the way. And now send her up for a single knee backbreaker and a swinging neck breaker. And now up to the top one more time. Lacey looks to show off with a no! Went for an absolutely stunning frog splash, but Akira out the way and just show it off. Meanwhile, Lacey recovered from behind, Russian leg sweep, and then a float over knee, belly ground and pound. And now send her up from the head, and now, raking at the head, but a punch right to the midsection from Akira. Punch to the face gets caught, forearm to the face from Lacey. Slap, forearm. Pulls her in, Fire Women's carry, Death Valley driver, and straight into the full now for a couple of slaps to the face before Akira throws her off. Beautiful ground and pound position from Lacey being shown though. First that knee on belly ground and pound, then the full mount. And now she's going after the arm of Akira Madison, but there's a couple punches right to the ribs to try and break free. Not one to do grappling, more throwing these strikes in there, but her leg gets caught and kicks the leg, and now beautiful discus forearm to the face. And oh my day! What a shot from Lacey into the cover, but only a one. Akira just continuously getting that shoulder up thunderously. As now Lacey into the corner, lining her up. And no! Both women going for a kick, neither one connecting flush. And now punch to the jaw, kick to the leg, gets caught, elbow to the leg of Akira Madison, and now the ghost gets set up, punch to the jaw, second one gets caught into a beautiful judo for arm trap detection, and now dragging Lacey Myers right back up to the feet, and now punch to the face gets out of the way, kick to the midsection, forearm to the face, chop to the chest, and now pulling her in, rep guard, backbreaker, rips her around, lariat, and now all the way up to the top, and that's no! Again, unable to connect with that Phoenix splash. Spin kick to the midsection. Floating over. Rolling cutter face first into the mat. Akira goes for the cover. The legs hook, the shoulders down. It's going to be nothing. Not even a one count. And no! Canadian Destroyer out of nowhere. And that's the fray. Jesus Christ. Akira Madison didn't have an opening for that never wake up, but she went for that rolling cutter first, but he didn't even get a one. Instead, Lacey Myers got to her feet and came out of nowhere with an insane Canadian destroyer that drove the Ghost right on the top of her head. And that nickname is probably a descriptor now, as Lacey Myers is able to absolutely stand tall here tonight in Starbound Black Horizon Pro Wrestling. What a showcase for both of those women. But now we move on to the next battle tonight, where we're going to see even more women coming your way, as we have another one-on-one women's bout, and the first competitor that's going to be making her way to the ring, looking to do the same thing Lacey Myers just did tonight, as she is Julia Santos! Julia Santos looks to make sure she can absolutely show out herself tonight. Trying to make sure that she can kick some heads in, or possibly need some heads in as well. As she makes her way to the ring, looking to be a standout herself. Looking to absolutely pummel her opponent's head in tonight. But that might be a very tall challenge. Julia Santos is ready for tonight. Ready to show out here at Black Horizon Pro Wrestling. Here in the return of Starbound Entertainment. And as she waits in the ring, here comes her opponent tonight. A woman that is going to be very, very hard to put down. A woman that you probably do not want to go against in the returning episode of Starbound, as she is and Bree looks to make sure she can absolutely stop Julia's head in tonight. A woman who's shown out here at Starbound before in the past, but as we kick it into a new era, how will she fare? Will history be repeated, or will a new legacy begin? We're about to find out, as Julia Santos looks to try knock Bree George down a peg, and possibly a little bit more than that, but both women are in their corners and ready. And a hit. No! Damn! Can't even get a goddamn bell going before these two just run at each other. An all-out brawl immediately. And now goes for a punch to the connect. Punch to the face. One gets caught and now thrown off to the side. And now out of the way. Kick to the back of the leg. Followed by the second. And now Julia Santos with the trifecta on Bree George. And now went for a kick to the head, but gets caught. Leg sweep. And now Bree George from behind. Send her up. And oh my Jesus, trying to snap the head of Julia Santos. And now she's lining her up. Beautiful gator roll there into a deadlift. And Falcon Arrow. Crash right into the mat. And now Bree George dragging Julia Santos right back up to the feet one more time. And tied up. Bull rush over and into the corner. Has a setup for something bad, I assume, but no, Julia with an elbow to the face, able to fight out the way of the corner. And now goes on a punch in midsection a little far away, though. Now gets caught, kick to the leg. And Bree tying her up. No, gets caught, kick. Foreign gets caught, thrown off to the side. And now overhand choke gets caught. Punch right to the jaw. And now kick to the side. And just telling Bree George to swing at her as Easter now look to go shot for shot again. But Bree George catching Julia Santos. And they continue to try fight it out. But no, Bree continues to catch Julia. Not this time around, though. just absolutely trying to punch each other's heads. And oh, no! Brie George getting a beautiful plum clinch in there and kneeing the rib cage of bloody Julia Santos. Now deadlifting her up and drops her right down onto that knee. Jesus Christ, and now kick right to the stomach, stomp to the back of the head. And now a little more gator rolling and floating over. Oh, deadlifting her up for a gut wrench suplex. The striking and wrestling ability being shown by Brie George right now. And now wrist clutched, float over, deadlifting, Uranagi. Along with the strength on top of that now. As she drags Julia back up to the feet, tied up. Irish whip, but Julia turns it around all the way over, and to the outside she goes. Brie George dumped on her head as I continue to forget how to speak English. And now Brie George fighting Julia off from the legs and now setting her up. But there's a kick to the head from Julia Santos. Punch gets caught, forearm to the face and now tied up. Irish whip, turns it around. Back into the ring goes Brie George. Julia just showing off to the crowd front row right now. Brie in the ring waiting. Julia up onto the apron, ref for the count of 5. And now springboard, but Brie just stays clear. Tied up, kick to the midsection. And beautiful float over suplex, or snap suplex. And now Brie into the corner, lining up Julia Santos. And oh, no, gets caught and now burnt right to the lower midsection. And Julia just stomping on that ankle now. And back up to the feet. Discus pump kick didn't connect. Punch to the back of the head. And now beautiful takedown from side control to the full mount. And now open on palm strikes raining down. Went for a stomp to the arm. Didn't connect. And now, oh, went for that kick again. Didn't connect. And now instead of belt clap, center her up. And into the last chance. Locked in. Trying to wrench at that neck of Julia Santos. Trying to make sure that neck bends in a way where she can't escape. Oh, grabbing that wrist on, getting one arm free and a punch to the temple of the head. Trying to possibly give Brie a concussion. Went for that discus pump kick again, but still didn't connect. Hard Larry to the side of the head, but a beautiful arm drag from Julia Santos right back. Drag back up to the feet. And now tied up. And Irish whip all the way over and into the ropes and dumped to the outside again. Julia just creating space between her and Brie, giving herself time to recover while Brie gets dumped on the top of her head outside the ring on that thin layer of mat there. Oh, and now gets caught. Elbow right to the back of Brie's head. Punch gets out of the way, punch to the jaw. And now tied up and into the barricade. Oh my Jesus, the aggression on that. And now, oh my God, these two up on the barricade. And now, back suplex off the barricade, right to the floor. But Julia is up. Julia shows no signs of weakness, but she gets caught into that judo throw. Brie George is not messing around. She's not goddamn wasting time. Well, except for that little chitter-chatter she did for a second, but she recognized the threat of Julia getting right back up to her feet. And now, hopefully, she recognized the threat pummeling her spine. Julia Santos now standing over Brie, who's trying to recover back up to her feet. Now kick to the side, forearm to the face, gets caught for an off to the side. Spinning back fist! Not done yet, dragging Julia right back up to the feet. Up over the shoulders in the 5 women's carry. Oh, and now trying to force her to go to sleep, but no! Able to get that shoulder up at 2 after that knee right to the face from the 5 women's carry position. And now removing that turnbuckle pad. Ref noticing, trying to fix it. Brie has an opening. What the hell does she have planned here? Hurricane Rana. That's apparently what. Goes for the covered legs, hook, shoulders down. But she should know to wrestle with that turnbuckle pad. She noticed it. And now Julie's able to get that shoulder up. And now she's using that as an excuse to yell at the referee. Probably trying to make the referee get in her head. Possibly try accidentally count a little fast for Brie, maybe. She's trying to play some kind of mind games with the ref. Nonetheless, oh, she catches Julia Santos, and there's a knee to the face one more time into the cover. No! Again, Julia Santos gets that shoulder up, and she's using the ropes as leverage to get up to her feet, try to recover. And now Brie ain't gonna allow that to happen. Beautiful slingshot Hurricane Rana. Julia getting back up to her feet. Brie George meanwhile gets out of the way. Julia kick to the back of the leg of Brie from Julia Santos. And now, punch to the jaw, kick to the midsection, followed by a second in the trifecta. Face buster to follow. Into the cover, legs hook, shoulders down. 1, 2. And able to get that shoulder up at 2. Now Brie trying to think of what to do next. Possibly thinking, playing more mind games with the ref maybe. Continues the offense, but gets caught with a knee lift. And now sweeping that leg of Julia. It seems big bell clap again. It seems every single time Snapdragon, Julia seems to get some kind of offense going or turns the match around in some way. Brie has an answer to it no matter what. And now punch in the midsection, overhand choke. And again, that beautiful judo throw is the key to success for Brie right now. Oh god, and this might be the very end. Wrenching at the neck, has both the arms trapped. Legs can't do anything here. What can Julia do? It's nothing but accept defeat, as Brie George is able to pick up the victory here tonight after tangling up Julia Santos and crushing her muscles, wrenching at the ligaments and forcing the submission. No shame in it. Something a fighter has to go through multiple times in their career. Tonight just was not the night of Julia Santos, as Brie was pulling and wrenching, and you can see how she kept pulling back at the hold, releasing back to give her a little bit more time, and then she'll just wrench at the muscles again. Nothing kind from this woman tonight, as Brie George is able to pick up a victory here tonight with an amazing victory. But as she celebrates, as she shows off, we're about to move on to the next match of the night. After that incredible submission, we're about to see what's most likely going to be a hard-hitting fight. As both these men love to slug, both these men love to throw their bodies, both these men love to destroy themselves for the love of the game. And the first competitor making his way to the ring, as he is I can tell ya now already, this man probably has a conductor loaded and ready. Ready for tonight. Getting to show off and show out in the return episode of Starbound Entertainment in the debut show of Black Horizon Pro Wrestling. This could be one hell of a night for this man. This is going to be one hell of a fight, as both these men are going to try and rip each other's heads off. And it's Nolan Wright waiting in that ring with that knee locked and loaded, and whatever else he might have in his repertoire ready to shoot. Here comes his opponent. As we see the best of both worlds when it comes to slugging tonight, as making his way to the ring, here is Nolan Wright, an Aussie slugger himself, and Bloody Harvey Reynolds, a British strong style specialist. That man I already know is going to come out vicious. You see how there's no elbow pads? That is by design right there, as he's ready for those unprotected shots. Nothing but tape around his hands, ready for bludgeoning strikes. This is the type of man you'll see in bare knuckle boxing, and he'll somehow look even more natural with the blood running down his face. This man is ready for war, and that is exactly what he looks to bring tonight. Harvey Reynolds and Nolan Wright. What an absolute fight we're about to have on our hands. Nolan Wright in his corner ready. Harvey Reynolds in his corner ready. Two strong style professionals, two strikers ready to send it all out. Harvey trying to bloody get ready, prepare himself, and Nolan looks to show a little bit of respect, sending the hand out. Will Harvey accept? Will he acknowledge that they're both strikers, that they're both men ready to kill? No! Doesn't shake the hand. Instead goes into a dirty clinch there. Nolan has no goddamn time for that whatsoever. But a beautiful arm drag from Harvey Reynolds. And now float over DDT. And now looking to fly. Oh, roll through. Oh, it gets caught with a massive lariat. Still standing though. But that might be even worse for him as he comes crashing down on that shoulder. Jaw first. Legs hook, shoulders down, trying to go for an early pin. And that's not to try and win the match. That's to gas out Harvey as quickly as he can. Trying to make sure he uses all that extra energy, even from it's just such a little thing. Beautiful sidewalk slam, and you see again, he goes for another pin. He knows it won't end the match. It spends that little bit of extra energy on Harvey. Sends that gas tank a little bit lower, and now he looks to goddamn sandwich his head in, targeting the nose as well. And Nolan Wright is looking to show off as the sick cunt now lines up Harvey Reynolds for a forearm. No, gets stuck. Harvey out the way, tying him up. Float over. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going for a float over, but instead a backbreaker, swinging face buster. And our knee drop right to that arm. And Nolan may not be wearing elbow pads, but he probably wishes he was. Now, beautiful jumping heel kick right to that jawline. And now dragging Harvey Reynolds away from the ropes, away from the corner. Has something in mind, it seems, as he goes all the way up to the top. Nolan Wright looks to fly. No, went for a kick to the face. Harvey out the way from behind into a back clinch. Turns it around. And now Blue Rush all the way over and into the corner. Bad spot to be. And now elbow to the face. And you see that bare elbow. They do this on purpose, I'm telling you. And a jumping heel kick right across that jaw again. And now deadlifting Harvey up to the feet and tossing him around like it's nothing. But how quickly will it take for either of these men to get pissed off? I believe both these men having quite short tempers. Big super kick to the back of Nolan's head. And will it be even worse for each other when the other gets pissed off? Nonetheless, there's a knee right to the face. And now dragging Nolan right back up to the feet, tied up. And now backbreaker, swinging face buster. Dragging Nosey back up to the feet. Punch to the midsection. One for a second. Gets caught. Knee lift to the midsection. Now punch gets out of the way. Punch to the jaw from Harvey. And now punch to the midsection. Gets out of the way. Jumping heel kick right across that chinny chin. Chinchilla from Bloody Nolan. And now deadlifting Harvey all the way back up to the feet. And tossing him all the way around the ring like it's just absolutely nothing. Treating him like garbage. And now the sick cut line and the Brummy boy up. And now burning that midsection over and over and over. Just trying to cave that chest in now. Harvey trying to recover on the ground now. Meanwhile, Nolan's having fun with the crowd, showing out. Thinking he has this in the bag. And now deadlifting Harvey up. And tossing him around again. Possibly a little furious with Harvey not shaking his hand. Whether Harvey meant that respect or disrespect, or whether Harvey meant that in disrespect or didn't think much of it, not quite sure. Nonetheless, he's going to be tying Nolan up and now setting him up. And Tornado wins a Geary right over the temple of the head. And you can see the strategy Nolan's been going after with gassing out Buddy Harvey's walking. And he's smiling for it, but there's the float over. DDT connects. And now Nolan getting dragged right back up to the feet. Harvey with him. Punch gets out of the way. Punch to the jaw from Nolan. Pulls him in. Up and swung around. Oh my God! Swinging side slam into the cover. There's a 2, but only a 2. Just barely that as well. And now into the corner. Lining Harvey up as he gets up to his feet. And no ducks the forearm to the back of the head. And pulling him in. Back suplex right on the neck and the back of the head. Possibly trying to leave him with a concussion there. That's a 2. But able to get that shoulder up after the 2 count. All that body weight comes all the way up. And the momentum, along with that body weight crashing right on your neck and the back of your head. That's never a nice feeling. But Harvey looks to continue that right now. Massive powerbomb. Stacks him up into the cover. There's a 2, but able to get that shoulder up at 2. And now one for a stomp, didn't connect. And now Nolan right. Oh, gets caught with a lariat. There's a stomp to the arm. And now dragged all the way up. And trying to go to the top. No, gets knocked right the hell down. Oh! Trying to crash down. Nolan went for something big and possibly paid for it, but he's able to turn the match right around anyway. Able to get that DDT in, and now he's tightroping the barricade. Oh, Lord. And now front flip being sent on off the barricade into Harvey. And now tied up. Dragging him over. Up against the barricade. Oh, head first into it. Oh, Lord. We just saw this last bout. And again now, they're up all the way on top. Punch to the jaw from Harvey. Now setting him up. And no, elbow right to the back of the head. And Nolan now, back suplex, getting revenge. Possibly even worse than Harvey's. As they were elevated up on the barricade and went right on that thin layer of matting. The head of Harvey just bouncing off that hard floor. And now both men are back into the ring. And Punch gets caught, kick to the midsection. Punch to the jaw out the way, punch to the jaw to Harvey. Overhand, turns him around. And now the rear naked gets wrenched in. Tried to choke Harvey out. But no, there's the stunner, able to fight out of it. That's possibly why he's been targeting the cardio of Harvey this entire bout. Possibly to try to get that rear naked in. But it didn't work for him there. Instead, he ties the legs and wrenches the spine. But no, able to float over. And now basement drop kick from Harvey Reynolds. And now there's a stomp to the back of the ankle and has Nolan set up. And now there's a little bit of a gay jacket neck breaker. Up to the middle work now. Waiting for Nolan to get back up to his feet, which he does so now. And oh! Went for a flying headbutt, didn't connect. Went for a boot to the face, didn't connect. And now discus doesn't connect. All that momentum full onto the floor. And now using it right against him. With into the cover, but not even a 2. Nosey getting a little pissed, it seems. Meanwhile, Harvey's been kicked to the midsection. And now jumping single knee face buster. And now Harvey getting a little goddamn excited. Punch to the midsection doesn't connect. Clubbering shot. Forearm doesn't connect. Punch to the midsection doesn't connect. Punch to the jaw. Kick to the midsection. Pulling him in. Back suplex right on the top of his head. Both men are down. The strategy for Nosey escaping, it seems, as he came in with a game plan. Targeting that cardio of Harvey Reynolds, but he seems to have let that go throughout the bout. But now he grabs him by the hair, and he might be trying to reinforce that now with the Cobra Clutch. Dead center of the ring. Wrench it, pulling, tugging. But Harvey's finding out with a couple elbows right to the face there. Able to get to the feet of both men. Tied up now. Kick to the midsection. And now no back body drop from Nolan Wright. And Nosey setting up Harvey. Oh, but Harvey a punch right to the ribs there. And now tied up. Set him up for a beautiful Northern Lights suplex. Oh, but we're not done yet. As we turn it into a fisherman deck breaker. Has the arm around the head as well for a little bit of security, but still got that shoulder up. And Nosey right back up to his feet. Gets out of the way to Larry. Punch to the jaw. Forearm gets caught. Forearm off to the side. Punch to the jaw gets caught. Punch to the jaw from Nosey. Pulling him in. And now swinging side slam. Into the cover. The legs hook. Shoulders down. There's a 2. And able to get that shoulder up at 2 again. Both these men looking to destroy each other. Both men looking to make sure that they absolutely decimate their opponent. Now float over. DDT. Both men down again. All these big shots just goddamn sending each other right down. But they have to spend time to recover. Punch doesn't connect. And now Nolan just showing off right in front of Harvey. As these two now look to go shot for shot, blow for blow. Seeing which one hits harder. Seeing which one has more gas in the tank. Catch him on a Harvey shot, but catch him on a Nolan shot. These two going back and forth still. Catch another one of Nolan shots. And catch another one of Harvey shots. There's a shot from Nolan, lands clean. Oh, big slap from Harvey as well. Now punch in the midsection, kick the back of the leg, kick the midsection, kick the back of the leg. Double foot stomp right to the spine. And now dragging Nolan right back up to the feet. Overhand turns him around and now sending him up. And jumped right on the top of his head again. Shoulders down, body stacked over itself, but no. Able to get the kick out of 2 and Nosey fighting back up to his feet somehow, some way. But a kick to the midsection, now send him up. Painkiller! Into the cover. There's a 2 and a 3. Harvey Reynolds has picked up the victory over Nolan right here tonight. And Jesus Christ! These two tried to batter each other at the end, but it was a painkiller that ended it. But these swinging side slams from Nolan are gonna take a toll on Harvey Reynolds. Even if he fought through and got the shoulder up like that, they're gonna take a toll. Harvey dodging a massive forearm there. And these back body drops and back suplexes on the back of the neck were absolutely devastating. But nothing as bad as the final blow with the painkiller right then and there. Harvey Reynolds able to stand tall here tonight. Able to put down Nolan Wright. And this brummy bastard of a man spreading his arms like he just made a piece of art. But as Harvey Reynolds celebrates, as he shows out, we don't have much left coming your way tonight. As actually, we are coming towards your final bout of the night. Well, here we are, as I literally just said, we are here in your main event of Starbound Entertainment's return of Black Horizon Pro Wrestling's debut. We are here to your main attraction, and of course it involves this man right here as making his way to the ring. He is Showtime Elliot Myers is a man who is all too comfortable with this position right here. Showtime Elliot Myers is a man who is used to being the main attraction. Will he be able to stand on top of us all here tonight in your main event of Starbound Entertainment Black Horizon Pro Wrestling? They're about to find out as he waits in the ring. Here comes his opponent for tonight, a man of the people, a man a lot of people out here absolutely adore. That's making his way to the ring here in Black Horizon Pro Wrestling in the main event of the evening. 30 out and all apparently. Magnum Maxwell! And Mikey looks absolutely show out tonight. Looks to make tonight his night. And looks to come out on top of the likes of Showtime Elliott Myers. And if I was a betting man, I don't know too much about Mike Magnum Maxwell, but I know an awful lot about Elliott Myers. So I would have to call Triple M an underdog tonight. I would have to put all my chips in for Showtime. But, again, I am not all too familiar with this man. But I'm sure a lot of you are, as he is in the main event of Starbound Entertainment's return here tonight. And that is what's on the line. Your Black Horizon Pro Wrestling Men's Championship. Over the world. One last look at the gold. That's what's on the line. That's what both these men are going to absolutely batter each other for. That is what only one man can walk out of tonight with. Elliott Showtime Myers in his corner ready. Mike Magnum Maxwell in his corner ready. And here we go now. Black Horizon Pro Heavyweight Championship of the World on the line. My staring in the eyes of Mikey. Meanwhile, Mikey staring right back. And now these two just getting even closer. These two knowing what they have to try to do to each other to walk out with the gold in your main event tonight. And a drop kick isn't going to do it like that. As Myers goes for an overhand but rolls out of the way. It's Mikey now tie up for Myers. And now, oh, atomic drop. Discus Lariat. And now back fist gets caught. And now forehand gets caught. Thrown off to the side. And Myers now backhand. Slap. Shot. Turns him around for a Russian leg sweep. And now Showtime Elliott Myers having a little bit of fun showing off against Mikey early on in this bout already as he drags him back up to the feet. Backhand. Slap gets caught into a beautiful judo throw now. And Mikey sending him off in the head, but it gets caught with a kick to the head from Myers. And wheelbarrow roll for a double foot stomp right to that chest. Trying to cave it in on Mikey early on in this bout. And that spinning back fist doesn't connect. Oh, that one does so, but gets caught with a knee lift right to the midsection from Mikey. Kick to the leg, gets caught. Myers turns him around. Back kick! And now double spring moonsault crash right the hell down. Into the cover of the legs, hook the shoulder down. It's not even a one count. Mikey straight back up to his feet. But there's a kick to the midsection. Up in the air and single knee. And now spinning back fist. Punch to the midsection gets caught. Punch to the midsection to Myers. Forearm to the face, kick to the midsection, kick to the chest. And now beautiful roundhouse followed by a scorpion kick. And now trying to snap at that leg of Myers. And look at the fly as well now. Springboard moonsault crash right the hell down. Legs hook, shoulders down. It's going to be the one count, but only a one so far in this bout. Only in the early stages of this Black Horizon Pro Men's Heavyweight Championship of the World bout. That's a kick to the leg to Mikey. Now backhand doesn't connect. Forearm to the face does. And now beautiful dragon screw from Mikey Magnum. And now Mikey into that full mount ground and pound. Raining down on Elliott. And not done yet, as here's a little double spring himself with a beautiful moonsault. And dragged right back up to the feet. Knee to the midsection, gets caught. And Myers ducked the first roundhouse, but ate the heel kick coming back to bite him. And now beautiful grounded headlock wrenched in and just showing off with it. Just wrenching and pulling. And now dragging Myers right back up to the feet. And tied up. Irish whip by Showtime turns it around over into the corner. And now sending him up as he goes face first into the corner. Mikey now gets slapped across the face. Myers pops all the way up to the top rope. And now, oh my Jesus! A punt kick across the ropes! Innovative offense from Myers right there as Mikey goes for another drop kick but doesn't connect. That punch to the lower midsection certainly did almost look below the belt. And wrist clutch, third back kick. Goes to the coming out of the leg, took the shoulders down. It's going to be a 1 count. Followed by a 2. But Myers is able to get that shoulder up at 2 against the legs of Mikey. And now get him back up to the feet. Mikey setting him up. And now wrist clutch burn across that jawline. Trying to knock it out of place now. Knee to the midsection. Popped up. Atomic drop. And now springboard. Super kick didn't connect. It's a little too fast. Went back fist doesn't connect. Kick to the chest. Forearm to the face. Pulling him in. A double knee arm breaker. Oh Lord. And now head scissors smash. Head first into the floor. And now dragging Myers up. But Myers with a beautiful wrestling takedown. And dragging Mikey right back up to the feet. Tied up. Kick to the midsection. And now a single knee gut buster. Dragging Mikey Magnum Maxwell back up to the feet. And spinning back fist. Punch in the midsection. Kick to the midsection. And wrestler clutch. Oh, single knee face breaker. But quickly, immediately has that shoulder up. But another big victory roll. Double foot stomp right to that chest. And Myers is all the way to the top. And now moves. No! Oh my God, that could have been absolutely disastrous for Mikey if he did not move there. Could have just had his insides caved in and possibly turned inside out. But Myers got caught, wasn't able to connect, but he got that kick right over the head. That's for bloody sure. And now Showtime is spinning back fist, punch in the midsection, gets caught, punch in the midsection to Myers. Now from Mikey, kick to the chest, wheelbarrow arm drag. And now Meteor doesn't connect. And now chop, kick to the midsection, followed by second, and the third, stomp to the toes, knee to the face. Discus and now dragging Mikey back off, kick to the midsection, and we're going for a ride as we're up in the powerbomb position now. And powerbomb double knee, backstabber. And now to the outside goes Myers, looking under the ring, pulling out a bag. Oh Lord. And what the hell? Myers just spreading thumbtacks across the mat! Is that even legal? Are we allowed to do that? Well, nonetheless, Mikey looks to take control with that beautiful side saddle ground and pound. Myers laying in the thumbtacks, he laid up, and now back up to the feet, tied up. And now Mikey setting up, roll through, and a Pele kick. Oh, the landing right in the thumbtacks was Mikey. And you can see he's absolutely out of it. That gas tank is also empty. It seems like we're coming close to it. And now stomped in the arm. And dragging Myers up to the feet. Tied up. Irish whip turns it around. Mikey out onto the apron. Myers now lining him up. And a hot shot stunner to the outside. Myers to the outside as well now. Looking under the ring. Oh Lord, has another bag. What I can only assume is thumbtacks. Mikey pulling out a light tube. And now into the ring. Myers spreads those thumbtacks out. There's the light tube right to the midsection. Oh, and now hitting him over the back of the neck with the handle. Jesus. Mikey now from overhand turning Myers around, setting him up. electric chair. Put down, forearm to the back of the head. And now back up to the feet, tied up into the corner. All the way up to the top. And now looking to fly is Triple M, Mikey, Magnum, Maxwell. As we're going, Avalanche Exploder into the thumbtacks! Jesus! And now lining them up. Bad spot for Myers to be in. And, oh no, went for a basement drop kick, but Mikey landed literally ass first into the thumbtacks. And now Myers went for that super kick, didn't connect, overhand didn't connect, chop to the chest, kick to the leg gets called, kick to the leg is showtime, Elliot Myers, and now tying him up just a little bit, and now into that beautiful ground and pound from the side saddle position. And now out to the outside, Mikey looking under the ring as apparently goddamn anything goes in this match. And oh no, barbed wire bat! And straight into the side of Myers! Mikey now to the back of the head. Myers gets out of the way, the first shot, but has a thrown in his face. Jawbreaker from Myers though, and now trying to fight back. Harlem sidekick landing back first right into the thumbtacks. And Myers dragging Mikey back up to the feet, tied up. Oh lord, and now up in the air we go, and oh! A knee right to the face from the gourd buster position. And now double underhook. Oh! Double underhook face buster right into the thumbtacks as well. Jesus, and now up into the fireman's carry position. Myers throws him down and a roundhouse right over the head. Just falling right into the thumbtacks. And now there's a full mount ground and pound. Raining shots down, followed by a double axe handle. And now stomping on the chest of Mikey. Myers looks to show the world tonight that he is the only man deserving of that Black Horizon Pro World Heavyweight Championship. That he should be the man standing tall, and now just having a little bit of fun showing off and turning Mikey over. Go for that cover, hand across the mouth, making it hard for Mikey to breathe, but able to get that shoulder up at 2 anyway. But again, has to continue to roll over in pain. Can't lay on one side for even a second, otherwise those thumbtacks get pushed deeper. And that Pele kick right over the head, followed by a front flip and senton. And now dragging Mikey back up to the feet, tied up. And now into the corner. All the way up to the top. Oh god, Myers now. Springboard super kick to the temple of the head. And now double-legged leg drop as well to Mikey. Followed by a super kick, no, rolls through. Both men back up to the feet. Pop-up Hurricane Rana! Right into those thumbtacks as well. And Mikey up to the top rope. Looking to fly now. No, he's not able to make it, and he crushes his own knee on the canvas. Meanwhile, Myers just continuing to thrive in pain from the thumbtacks. Mikey now has him set up. There's that takedown into the side saddle, ground and pound again. Now dragging Myers back up to the feet, tied up. And now knee, kick, rolling elbow, shoot to the leg, knee. And now dragging Myers back up again, tied up, over, out onto the apron, bad spot to be. Punch in the head, especially if you're getting set up like this. Big DDT, head first right into the mat. And now Magnum looking under the ring. What possibly else could it... You know what? That's what else he could bring out, apparently. As a bin has been introduced to the ring, and a light tube has been pulled out and brought into the ring. And we're still not done. A full-on chair, too. Myers looking to see if there's anything left under that damn ring. And, of course, there is. Setting up a table on the outside, though. Mikey just staring, waiting. Oh, picking that table up again, though. And sending it into the ring. What could Myers possibly have in mind right now? Oh my Jesus! Throwing that chair right in the face of Myers. And Mikey didn't notice Myers just slipped back into the ring as he moonsaults down on nothing, and Myers just having fun in the ring, saying that the kill shot is coming for Mikey. Back into the ring now, sending up into the corner, but Mikey picking that chair. Oh! Pick that chair up just to get Comstock face first into it. And now Myers setting him up. Irish whip all the way over and into the corner where that table is. And there's only one thing he probably has in mind right about now. As he shows off a little bit, he lines up Mikey and a drop kick. No, Mikey gets out the way. And now trying to figure out which toy on the ground he wants to use. He decides it's still a chair. And now boot to the back of the head. And what the hell? He's setting up the chair. And oh my God! Fujiwara armbar with a chair assistance. But Myers gets out of it and slips the leg foot first into the chair. Holy Jesus! If the breathing wasn't shut down earlier, it certainly is now. Mikey just had his throat decimated by that chair, but yet he's still finding a way to fight back. Adrenaline must be kicking in massively for this man right about now, as he has Myers set up and send him right onto the table. Oh Lord, what does he have in mind here as he now sets him up out onto the apron? Lining him up is Mikey. Oh, never mind! A straight slingshot splash through the table onto the thumbtacks. All that momentum just with the pull of those arms. And now, oh God, setting up. Jesus! Trying to choke him out with the barbed wire bat. The barbed wire going right to the neck, but no! Sweeping bloody Mikey right into that barbed wire bat himself now. And once again goes for that drop kick, which has not connected at all yet. The kill shot into the cover. 1, 2, no! Mikey's still alive somehow, some way. And now back up to the feet. And a wrist clutch. Swing inside. Back suplex. And dragging him back up to the feet again. Tied up. Oh, Lord. And now package back breaker. Setting Mikey back up. Backhand slap. Shot. Drop kick right to the back. Myers also taking the wind out of himself, though it seems. Both men running extremely low in that gas tank. Both men don't have too much left to give. But Myers looks to make sure he gets that big shot in. Gets out of the way to super kick. Mikey now ties him up into that takedown and the side saddle ground and pound again. Mikey trying to pull off a major upset tonight. Trying to come out as the champion tonight. And oh! There's the star bounce! Right into the star bound logo on the thumbtacks, but no! Able to get the shoulder up at 2 from the star bounce. And now waiting for Myers to get up to his feet. And Mikey just having a little bit of fun. So is Myers. Both men knowing this match is coming to a close. Oh! He went for the magnum opus, but got set out powerbomb into the goddamn thumbtacks. It must be it right here. No! By an inch of a hair, we could have had a new heavyweight champion crowning the inaugural Black Horizon Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion. But no, Mike was able to get that shoulder up, and now there's that roundhouse right back, possibly a little bit of revenge for earlier in the bout. And now Mikey Magnum Maxwell sets Myers all the way up. Both men covered in thumbtacks, and there's a chop block right back. Myers now setting him up, and a Harlem sidekick. And now dragged back up to the feet. Trying to figure out what to do next. Spinning back fist right across that jawline. These two with almost empty gas tanks running on nothing but adrenaline and core instinct, muscle memory. They go back and forth, shot for shot, blow for blow, as only one of these two can walk out as your world heavyweight champion. Kicks the leg, kick the body, gets caught, bicycle knee right to the jaw. And now Mikey setting him up for a snap suplex right into the thumbtacks. Both men in a whole world of pain and more. But Mikey looking to get it done right here, lining him up. Magnum Opus! Into the thumbtacks! And now Mikey dragging Myers away from the ropes, or at least it looked like he was kicked to the chest. And now dragging him. Oh, never mind. Not quite sure what Mikey's plan is right now. Dragging Myers back up to the feet. Dragging him over dead center of the ring. Tied up. Over the shoulders and a fireman's carry. And a roundhouse knocking him back down. And Myers just covered in thumbtacks. No! Plain possum right there. That cheeky bastard with a drop toe hold. And now dragging Mikey to the dead center of the ring. The show! Stop! That must be a wrap! Mikey thriving in pain. Maybe Myers isn't done as he finds his way back up to his feet for a second! Show! Stop! Dead center of the ring! And we know! How the hell? What the fuck? Mikey up to his feet! Magnum Opus! Right out of nowhere! And with the barbed wire bat in hand, turning Myers over and Regina right into the neck, trying to end it right now, and he does! Mikey Magnum Maxwell has actually fucking done it here in your main event of Starbound Entertainment's return! He actually found a way to come out on top! Both these men just absolutely brutalized each other! Both these men just destroyed each other! Both these men did anything and everything it took! And Mikey, with that barbed wire bat, just showed ruthless aggression as he is on you! And a inaugural Black Horizon Pro Wrestling Men's Heavyweight Champion of the world! Here in your main event of your return to Starbound. Thank you all for watching. One hell of a comeback show, and we have so much more ready. And stay tuned.